Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope y'all have had a good day. I am, if you notice, the scenery's a little different. I'm not at my house. I'm at my mom's house. She's about an hour away, so I come down to visit and everything. But, so, hope y'all are doing good. I've had a pretty good day. Um, so I go back to work Thursday. Is when I start back. So I've been just kind of lazy and stuff today. Came down to my mom's and everything, but it's been pretty good. Woke up in a pretty good mood. It was a pretty positive morning. Cooked me some breakfast and just chilled out. Then went over to my mom's. She actually made this shirt. I don't know if y'all can see it, but she does graphics and designs. By the way, if y'all are interested in getting anything made, like t-shirts, mugs, she made this too for me. But anyways, Garner Graphic and Designs, and I'm actually in her office right now. But she makes all kinds of stuff, logos, decals, everything, and you can find her on Facebook at Garner Graphics and Designs. Um, and actually, I think I might have one of the cards. No, okay, I thought I had a business card around, but anyways, so I was gonna talk to y'all about the some of the books I didn't get to share about last night. The morning readings. I know I talked about the Jesus is Calling, which is a really good one. If you ever get the time to check into that, and that's kind of what you believe in or whatever. But there's another one called Just for Today, and it goes by each day of the month, um, which is pretty cool. So, and also, if you read the Bible or anything, there's something that I like to do. I've done it before, but it's pretty interesting. So, there's a proverb for each day, for each day of the month. And like on months that are 31 days, you just double up on. So, what you do is like you'll go through the 30 proverbs for the 30 days. And then if there's 31 days in the month, you just start back at the first one, or you double up on one, or however you want to do it. But it's pretty cool. It's interesting. If y'all have ever, if y'all read the Bible or anything like that, Proverbs are really interesting. It's a lot of wisdom. It's good stuff. But anyways, I hope y'all have had an awesome day. It's Monday, unfortunately, but it's the beginning of a new week, so you know. I wanted to do a like a game with y'all, so to speak. Like it can do with recovery or whatever, but like a so you can ask a question, comment below, or send me a message on social media, however you want to do it. JR Layman is my Facebook name, if y'all are wondering, for those of you who don't have me on Facebook. But yeah, so like just send me a message or comment below a question, whatever it wants to be about. It can be recovery, my past, the present, whatever. And when whatever questions I receive, I will shoot a video and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. It'd be pretty cool. Something to, a little activity I like to do, you know. But yeah, so I'm trying to start this meeting because like the town I live in, we don't have any meetings in it. It's a small town. So I'm actually trying to start my own meetings. Me and my girlfriend are actually. She's she we were talking about thinking about going to like one of the local churches or something and just trying to see if what we could do to like chair a meeting once or twice a week there, because we have to drive like I think the closest one is 15 minutes from us or so, like something like that, which isn't bad, but it's like you look at it like this. you would do anything to get your drugs. So do anything for your recovery, you know? Like, ch- chase the dope. Or, I'm sorry. Chase your recovery like you chased your dope. That's what I've always been told. It's true, though. If you go after your recovery like you did your dope, you'll stay clean. Pretty sure. And, you know, staying clean is hard. It is not easy. Um, oh, yeah, so back to that topic. Like, I don't like talking too much about NA because I know some people don't believe in the 12 steps or whatever, and that's okay. Because like I said, NA, you know, I've said it in previous videos, NA is not for everybody, AA is not for everybody. You just have to find what works for you. And if even talking to me or talking to somebody one-on-one each day is enough to get you out of yourself and out of your head, you know, I am definitely here for you. Definitely comment below. I'll even call you if you need me to. Because I mean, I'm not no unique fella or anything. I'm just another guy in recovery that's trying to stay clean and find out, you know, what works best for me, and you know, what I can do to help somebody else. You know, it's really important giving back. Um, you know, being an addict is really selfish. Like, it's a self-centered and self-seeking thing. Like, you know, all you care about yourself and your next high, and you know that's all that matters. And it's really sad because it makes you really self-centered, and like everybody else gets put on the back burner, but your drug. You know what I mean? Your drug of choice or whatever you're doing, that comes before anything. And you know, drug addicts, 90% of the people I've met are really good people when they're clean and stuff, you know? Like, I've met people, okay, so I've met people that I've got high with before and seen what kind of person they were. I'm using, and then I've seen them clean and seen like a totally 180 turnaround. Um, you know, it's like, dang, you get to see who the person really is when they're not on drugs. And like I said, 90% of the time, it's really good people. Like, really smart, really intelligent. Just got wrapped up in the grip of drugs. And, you know, and then you got, you know, I feel like I understand, like, the ones that don't have a really strong support, like a family that backs them. Because sometimes, you know, addicts, they'll burn their bridges. And then when the pain gets great enough, you know, they'll get tired and, you know, go to treatment or whatever. But a lot of times it's too late by then. They've done burnt their bridges. The families and stuff are tired of hearing the same thing, you know, I'm sorry, I'll do better, you know, da da da, I'm going to get clean and stuff. So you gotta start showing action, you know, words don't really mean anything anymore when you're at that point. So, you know, you start going to, and when you get to recovery, you don't have anything, you know, like when you first get to rehab or you first get out, you know, because you've done burnt your bridge so bad, and, you know, and most of the time, it's not that your family doesn't love you. They just got to take your hands off of you and let you get the pain that, you know, you need to say, hey, I've had enough. I'm ready to do something different. Um, but, you know, so for the ones that doesn't have family, you know, and then are struggling right now, like, hey, I love you. You know, like if nobody's told you today, I love you, um, you know, and I'm here. Reach out to me if you need to, or anything. I mean, if you need help getting in somewhere, treatment, or you need help finding meetings or anything, I'll help you. Whatever you're trying to do, you know, I'm definitely here to motivate you to stay off the drugs and stay clean. I don't, there's some treatment options that I don't agree with, but I don't knock anything. Like, if it keeps you clean and keeps you off the streets and keeps you from out of being in prison and doing all that, then stick to it and do it. Like, some people say, oh no, you don't need to recover, you don't need to do it that way or something like that. Don't listen to that. Do it the way it works for you, because the way somebody else got clean and recovered, may get you high. It may get you high trying to do it that way. I've been told that by a lot of older people in recovery. If you try to recover my way, you might get high, and it's kind of true. Like, again, what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. But definitely try whatever you think you need to try to stay clean, and then whichever one works for you, stick with it. Roll with it. I'm actually like, since being out of the hospital, I haven't I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't thought about using, because that would be a complete lie. I'm an addict, so I'm going to think, okay. A really, really smart man one time told me that it is abnormal for a drug addict not to be using drugs, or to not to be thinking of drugs or anything like that. Like, it's abnormal, because we're addicts. It's normal for an addict to use, right? I mean, it makes sense. But so, like, if you go out through the day or something like that, and you do think about using, it's okay. It's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna think about drugs. You're gonna think about clean, or you're gonna think about using. There's my sponsor. He has I think he's got 4 years clean now. I think. I want to say it's about 4. Anyways, he says he still thinks about using. It's easy. It's gotten a lot easier, of course. Like, he can think about it, and it gets out of his head. Because this is one thing you need to know. An obsession can turn into an action. So, like they say, I'm gonna share this with you. It's called the 3-second prayer. And because they say you have 3 seconds to get the obsession, the thought, out of your mind, before it can turn into an action. So the 3-second prayer is okay, yeah, I had to think about it for a minute. The 3-second prayer is, if, like, any point throughout the day and you're obsessing over wanting to use and go get high, just stop and say, God, please remove this obsession of me. Or, God, please remove this obsession from me so I can be at service to you and others. And then they say right after that, do something productive. Like, and then without even you realizing it, it'll be out of your mind. And, you can go on. Like, so what I mean by doing something productive, so say you're obsessing, you stop and say, God, please remove this obsession of me so I can be at service of you and others, and then go take the trash out. Go clean your room or something real quick. And, there's a good chance, it'll be out of your mind. You can go on about your day. It helps. It's a little tool you can use, and it really helps. I've used it several times. And, but yeah, so really think about that you have 3 seconds. I mean, they just say, that you have 3 seconds, but you don't want to obsess over something for longer than 3 seconds, because it can turn into an action. and we all know what the action's gonna be, as an addict. So, yeah, definitely remember that prayer. God, please remove this obsession from me so I can be at service of you and others. It's a good one. And then do something productive right afterwards. That's but I am so I'm getting ready to get off here. I'm actually trying to start my own little business doing home automotive car detailing, and so I'm like working on these business cards and stuff like that. It's kind of got me busy. So that's something I'm doing too on my downtime, and it keeps me out of my head. It keeps me out of here. This is not a good place. This is not a good place. Not a good place. So doing something like that keeps me out of my head, you know. Because that's a torture chamber up there. I get in my head, and then I get obsessive and over something. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be drugs. Remember that. As an addict, we can obsess over a lot of things. It does not have to be drugs. It can be money. It can be bills. It can be women. There's multiple things that we can obsess over. Just because we stop using doesn't mean, everything's fine and dandy. A lot of times, we gotta. It's stressful when we first stop using because we got to fix all the broken puzzle pieces and get our lives back together. But do one thing at a time. Don't try to rush into getting everything. Because me, like when I get clean I want to start working, I want to start saving, I want to start doing everything all at once, and it gets overwhelming and stressful. And that can cause you to get stuck up here again and want to use or something like that. So just do one thing at a time. Like the best way to do it, I think, and you can even ask me, we could talk about it, shoot. But what I like try to do, and that's make a list of all the stuff like that you need to fix. Like, you got this going on, you got this going on, you got this going on, you got this going on. Okay, you stopped using. Okay, the drugs are out of you. What's the next important thing to do? And just check it off. So most of the time, for me, it's like, okay, I stopped. Okay, I got clean. Now what else do I gotta do? I gotta fix these broken puzzle pieces. I actually had a warrant, so I had to go turn myself in. And I didn't want to do that. But so like getting a job is probably one of the very first important things. If you don't have a job already, if you do, that's excellent. It's very good that you didn't lose your job or something, because of the use of drugs. But so do what's important. Like, so if you need to find a job, bam, go job searching, and don't move on until you complete what needs to be completed. So stay with that, seeking a job. And when you find one, check it off and go to the next one. Just little things like that are really important. Little things like that can make a big difference. So just always remember that. But look, I love y'all guys, and definitely comment or message, however you want to do it, some questions that you want to ask me or that you might want some answers to. And I will make another video and answer those questions. Love y'all. Take care.